Hi, this video is on the speech-to-text option of using digital text tools. So we're going to talk a little bit about how to use the speech-to-text options available to you, and the easiest one is to use Chrome and Google Docs. Now, the first thing you need to do in any use of speech-to-text tools is make sure you've got a high-quality microphone, and in general, I'm going to say a USB microphone usually does the best. Although you can use an analog microphone as well that plugs in to the microphone and headset jacks. You also need to make sure you've got the right microphone selected. To do that, you right-click on the Start menu and go to Control Panel. And then yours probably is going to look like this when you go to Control Panel. If you haven't gone there before, you click Set Category and Small Icons, and you go to the Sound icon and open that up. Now, the one that we want to look at is the recording one, and make sure that the one we want is default. And it isn't default right now. I want to be using my Logitech USB headset. It would have the green check mark next to it. So I right-click on the one I want to be default, and I click Set Default. And now, for things that open from here on out, that is now the default microphone. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out. I'm going to close out Chrome, and I'm going to reopen Chrome and go back to that document that I was just on that I'm going to use as an example document for speech to text. I've got some shortcuts on here, and that's for you to make sure your students know how to use. My son is on an IEP. He uses Chrome all the time and the speech to text tool, even if he's not working in Chrome, so that it turns it into text, and then he'll copy and paste it into the thing he's actually working on. So that's just to let you know. I would make sure your students know how to hit Control-C to copy and Control-V to paste, so that they can move stuff from here to something else. So if I want to make it use text-to-speech, I'm in my Google document. I have to go to Tools and Voice Typing to get the typing button to come up. Now, just so you know, it's not 100% foolproof. It doesn't do everything all the time. Sometimes due to network latency, it might lag a little bit on you, so you kind of have to be patient with it. Don't expect to write an entire paper, but for doing answers for a test, for a quiz, if you want to do voice to text for single sentences, it's a great tool. So all you have to do is push the button in. When it's working, you'll see this round circle around here, and it means that it's picking it up. It's only going to work for so long, and if you stop talking, you're going to see that circle go away, and it's going to stop and be dead, period. New paragraph. So there are some things you can see I just used. The period, we'll put in a period, and you can see it didn't get all my words 100% correct. So I have to still read and make sure it works, period. Now you saw that that's basically how the text tool works, but it doesn't always. It worked perfectly for me that time, and when I say perfectly, it means when I pushed the button, it started recording, and it worked just the way I want it to. But sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes because of a little lag or network latency, it doesn't work right away. Kind of have to be flexible with that, period. So that being said, you can see it's got the basic text now. Now, the thing students need to do is have it read back to them so that they know that it says what they thought it would say, and that's part of text to speech. There's some other speech to text add-ons though. I want to go through those as well. One of them is something called Cami. Cami lets us open up PDF documents and have them read to us and read to them if we have the paid version. And the paid version is $100 for a year for a classroom set for up to 100 kids. So it'd be no big deal for me buying it for instance, the high school IEP teacher and putting all the IEP kids on that one license. And same thing with one of the middle school teachers, putting it all on that one license. We could definitely afford the $100 for each one of those schools to do that. And realistically, probably there's not 100 kids between 5th and 12th. We could probably put them all on one license and get them all. But let's look at what Cami is in the next video.